then let's do one at a time. We're going to have...
we can group them.
No, let's do one at a
Why don't
time.
I just read them?
Read, and then I'll call...
I think it's...
And then we'll do the
Already
full
plug
motion
your
for
ears.
everything,
I'm the
right?
secretary.
Well, you
I'm
can do one
supposed
or
to
the
do what
other.
I'm supposed to do.
Let's do sub-motions. Let's make a motion, and I'd like to have a motion to approve number 1, summary.
I make a motion to approve number 1. A summary of the report shall be prepared by corporate counsel and delivered to GTCA unit
I'd like
owners.
to have
I
a second.
second.
Any discussion? No.
A summary now.
A summary by
the summary
counsel
of this report.
Of this
So
report, which
There's
is already
privileged
false
information that
and
can't go
contains
out.
misinformation.
right, but you're sending out information that is not accurate.
Right.
That's my opinion, of
And
course.
not full.
But my request is to have an independent attorney do an investigation.
Your opinion is noted. Thank you very much. Anybody else?
And I'd like to know what the summary is going to be based on this here.
Yes.
So we're going to have misinformation based on misinformation. So
Misinformation.
I'm just trying to
opinion.
understand.
In your
That's just my
Please.
opinion. I'm
Please.
speaking. Yes.
Right.
Of course.
You're
Thank
actually
you.
accusing the
Anyway,
attorney.
yeah.
Because there's things
Gail,
here, Gail,
please.
that are missing.
There is no
You don't
sense.
realize
No
it.
sense.
Don't
What
don't
we-
assume what
realize
I
it.
realize and don't realize.
But if
I
you
know,
don't
just
it,
like you offered to speak to him when I was witness time and again.
And I
I
was
even
here-
suggested in the Green Kitchen when I was having lunch one day and you came over, I said, Franco, and I documented as soon as I went upstairs.
yes, I
and
know. I
wrote a memo.
remember.
And I said, Franco,
I
just
wasn't-
speak to the man. He just wants information. And you didn't want
No.
to do it.
Gail.
I said, I'll even go with
This
you.
is not
So
the
you're full of
issue.
baloney.
No.
The issue is right now
She-
there is a motion on the table to
Point of
release.
personal privilege.
Yes, I said he's full of baloney. So
Okay,
I guess it's the personal
I,
privilege.
Straw me.
I like to say,
I apologize for the
I
baloney.
like to say that when you asked for that meeting, that was at this office. I
We
asked him
discussed
here.
other options.
Gail,
I
what,
asked him here.
Okay.
Franco,
Okay.
It was
what
the end
is
of,
this
it was
has
the end
to
of a
do with
closed
the summary of the
meeting.
report being released to unit owners?
Because
You
the
wanted
report
transparency. You
itself
wanted people
is
to know.
full of the-
All
yes,
those-
the
anybody else?
entire report.
Barbara,
I asked for the
Barbara,
entire report,
Barbara,
not a
if
summary
this
of
board-
a report
Barbara,
Does
that
Cooper
is
Square
already
have this
ready.
report?
if this board,
Does Cooper
It is
Square have this
already
full
in
if
report?
you read,
Does
if
Cooper
you
Square
read,
have this full
no,
report?
they have a summary of the report.
Why don't you give
If
them the
you
whole
read-
report?
Franco, this board will decide what this board will do. Or there are reasons. And then are personal reasons.
Mr. King,
And
have
are
you-
personal reasons to advance one's interest.
No,
There
I
are reasons
understand,
to
but I'm
advance
trying to get to the
interests of
facts.
association because he as a fiduciary, you represent association.
I understand that.
All right?
I'd like
And
to
if
ask-
you would be truthful with yourself,
I am very
90%
truthful.
of this report is
What
not
more
about
can-
you.
What more can I ask for?
It
for
is
an
not
independent
about
attorney?
It's
you.
not about you.
It's not about you.
Well,
It's
the
about the
conclusions
damage.
are, it names me. How can it not be
Excuse
about
me.
me?
It's about
I just want to ask one question. Does this?
I'd like to call. No,
Does Cooper
I'm sorry.
Square have this
I'm sorry.
report?
I'm sorry.
May
You
I
cannot
call the
dis-
question?
Does
No.
Cooper
Yes,
Square have
please.
this report?
Call the
May I
question.
call the question?
I guess
Those
that's
in
answer.
favor?
I guess that means.
All those in favor to close discussion? Judith.
this.
All those in favor to close discussion? All those opposed?
I must
Abstain?
note that I have Alexandra's
Okay.
proxy this evening.
All those in favor
A summary of the report shall be prepared by corporate counsel and delivered to the GTCA unit owners.
all those in favor? All those opposed? Abstained? Unanimous. Sorry, not unanimous. Motion carried. Second.
Number 2, corporate counsel shall formally request a meeting with appropriate representatives of Cooper Square Realty and the board to discuss compensation to the GTCA and also such further corrective action as may be necessary to ensure that such managerial misconduct as is described in this report of counsel is not permitted to recur.
Anybody second?
I second. Oh,
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Judith? Oh,
no.
All those opposed? Abstained?
Why can't we just do this at
Motion
once?
carried. Number 3.
A summary of the report shall be prepared by corporate counsel for delivery to the fire marshal, mayor, and council of Gothenburg, as well as to the appropriate
I'm sure
officials
they
of the
can.
state of New Jersey responsible for fire safety issues, along with a request that the fire marshal and appropriate state officials meet with a specifically constituted committee of the board to review the status of fire safety issues at the Galaxy Towers and assist in the preparation of a long-term plan to address such issues.
Any second?
They've already asked for that.
Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Abstained? Number 4.
A special committee of the board shall be appointed to review the creation of a management committee or such other form of permanent committee which shall be responsible for maintaining regular contact between the board, management, the office of the GTCA controller, and corporate counsel to ensure that the board shall be regularly and accurately informed concerning the conduct of all GTCA management, professional agents, and employees. Second, anyone?
Second.
JC?
Any discussion?
Yeah, I'd just like to point out, especially for you, Feeny, that this is the creation of a management committee.
Okay.
So I just want everyone to be clear on that. That
Or
we're
such
discussing,
other name as we...
or such other name as we, but this is in essence what we've been talking about for some months.
We're not creating anything.
Well, we're reviewing the creation of a.
It is not
right,
the final
it's not
sign.
creating it.
It's not
Right.
creating.
Not creating.
Right, okay, but we're reviewing it and it has to come to before the board, before any
Of course.
decision
Of course.
will be made.
Any more discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Abstain?
Is this just a
Thank you.
major
Number 5.
opposition?
5, corporate counsel is directed to...
Just a knee-jerk yes.
Corporate counsel is directed to further report to the board concerning any legal action which may be appropriate against any person, persons, or organization for compensation to the GTCA and its unit owners for costs, expenses, and damages which are the result of any misconduct reported to the board by counsel. Second, anyone?
Any second? Anybody second? Any discussion? All those in favor? All those opposed? Abstained?
6, corporate counsel is here, I'm up to 6. Corporate counsel is hereby directed to proceed in accordance with the Directors' Code of Ethics with regard to Directors Barbara Tokay and Franco Lungo, and Directors Tokay and Lungo are hereby excluded from any further deliberations, meetings, and decisions of the board in connection with the actions to be taken as described in this resolution, and further they shall not be permitted to serve on or attend meetings of any of the committees created pursuant to this resolution.
Anybody second?
Second it.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a problem with this. I know that Barbara and Franco do. I'm not sure about excluding them from deliberations and meetings. I would exclude them from votes. But I'm not sure about excluding them from deliberations and meetings.
Is
I think-
deliberation
Would you
and
like to
meeting the
address
same, and vote the same thing?
Please. would
No,
you like to-
deliberations is
Right, I understand that
discussion.
technically.
Franco, 1 second. Would you like to address this? No? Okay. Yes, Franco.
Well, I'd just like the unit owners to know that even though nobody ran against me, I am representing Tower 2. And just like Director Tokay was prevented from getting information when she spoke about the sprinkler system, Barbara was protecting the unit owners. We've had a fatal fire here. She's looking out for the homeowners, especially in Tower 1, all the towers. And we're both duly elected directors. Now, it seems to me that this is getting worse than censorship. This is becoming a dictatorship. We have...
Just becoming, or you've been
Oh,
complaining?
no, it is.
Okay.
More and more, yes.
It's achieved,
Yes, yeah, right.
No, it either
right.
it isn't or it isn't.
Perfect.
So I guess maybe we should just knock on the door whenever there's a meeting and ask if we are allowed to come in. So, because we don't know...
Franco, this is not an issue on the table right now. We're discussing something else.
So
The reason
I
why
think
the
Sure, we're
yes, please.
discussing
No, this is
it.
not.
We're talking
No, this is
about
not. We all know
officially
your
excluded.
contributions.
Yeah.
We all know what
We know
you've done
yours
and what
too,
you
and it's
achieved.
costing us a lot of
That's
money.
fine. Let the record speak for itself.
Oh, it does.
Yeah,
it does.
Okay.
Punitive
Yes,
order, the first time.
Yes.
First time in 30 plus years that we got a punitive order to close the garage.
I read,
That's your baby.
Of course.
No,
It
it's
is.
Van Bergen's
It's a-
baby.
Chip.
No, it's not.
I
You
read,
order with
I read this, number 6, because I want, at first it seems like, well, what is it actually saying? So it's, if you're in there regarding a lawsuit which you have against us, you have a judgment against us, and if we're gonna have meetings or vote on how we're gonna handle that, you cannot vote on that. You can't be part of that deliberation Please let me
I
finish.
understand.
Franco,
I
okay.
understand.
So that's what this is saying. If you listened, it was relating to the specific things in here. It should